Welcome to the StockMentor.com studios here in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm your stock mentor, Brian Johnson, and I am making professional trading simple. In today's training series, we are going to be talking about something called Fibonacci retracements. These are based on mathematical numbers by a gentleman named Leonardo Fibonacci, who was a brilliant mathematician of the 13th century. That is not necessarily important for this training series. However, it will make you sound smart. So let's dive into it. Now, Fibonacci retracements, what are they and how are they used? Fibonacci retracements are used by taking the extremes of a stock price, a high and a low, basically, and then dividing those by certain percentages. And that gives you a particular number. And when you run this on a chart, stock chart of some sort, it gives you basically lines to give you a better idea of where a stock may go, where it may find resistance, where it may find support. Why is this useful? Well, as you can see from this chart here, this is a chart of Bank of America, 60-day, 60-minute. And as this stock runs up, you can see here, now it's starting to come back down. It's pulling back. Here's a $64,000 question. At what point do you get in? If you think this is going to go up some more, at what point do you get in? Where do you think it's going to stop? How do you know? Fibonacci retracements are the tool to use when trying to figure that out. They can at least give you some sort of guidelines. So let me show you how they work. Here we have a run up. Let's just take this run from a low to a high. I will run a Fibonacci retracement, and most charting programs, if not all of them, will have these. It's a very important tool for a trader to have. Start at the bottom, click on the top, and you can see the lines that it draws. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so we get a better look at this. And as you can see, look what it did. This stock ran up to here, and on its way down, we ran the Fibonacci, and you can see it find support right at the 38.2% retracement level. There's also a 50% retracement, and there's a 61.8% retracement. Now there are more in here. There's a 23-ish, there's a 78-ish right around in this area. Not as commonly used. These are the most commonly used retracement levels. 38.2, 50, and 61.8. And as you can see, this one ran back to the 38.2. And look how it found support here. Touched it once, 2, 3, 4, 5, again over here, 6, 7, right here before it finally broke down. But then where did it go? Wow, to the 50% retracement level. That's pretty cool. So this gives you an idea of where a stock may find support, may find resistance, and give you a chance to find an entry. Does it work with everything? Well, let's take a look. Let me go ahead and just delete this. Here we have a run up and run back. Here we have a bigger extreme. Okay, so let's just see how this works. Let's go ahead and we ran one from here to here, and now it came back down to here, and then it ran from here up to here. So there's another extreme. Let's go ahead and run one and see how close we are. From the low to the top, and we'll zoom in. And as you can see, it pulled back where? Almost to the 50% retracement level. Then it bounced back up, but on its way back down, you can see this large gap. Where did it gap to? Right at this 38.2. It then ran down through it, came back up, found resistance, found resistance, found resistance, found support here about the 61.8, and finally broke through, and away up it went. Now, let's run it the other way. Stock came up, came back down, came back up, came back down. What can we expect to find? Well, let's run a Fibonacci from the other side, from the extreme down. Well, what do you know? Stock started here, came all the way down to here. Here were the extremes. Look how it came back up, and where did it touch? The 50%. Back up, touch the 50%. Resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Came down here, and away up we go. So as you can see, this works from almost really any direction. on any time frame, in any setting. These are used a lot in daily charts. These are used in 5-minute charts. These are used in 30-minute charts, 60-minute charts, whatever you want to use. These can be used to help you get a grasp on where the stock might be going. Once again, let's zoom out. I'm going to go ahead and just choose to move this Fibonacci, and let's run it from the bottom to the top up here and see what we get. A lot of congestion right down here in the 50%, with resistance happening about the 61.8%. Actually, this is run backwards. Now that I've ran it from the top down, let's go ahead and run it from the bottom up, which is why we're trying to figure out. There. As you can see, we're right at the 50%. See where we're playing around with that 50% line? Finds all kinds of support there. Finally, it takes off. This is actually a current chart of BAC. This is June of '09. So you can see that it works, like I said, any time frame, at any moment on any given chart. And this is a great way to find entries and potential exits for your stock. Is it perfect? No. Look at this one. Here's an extreme from top to bottom, and it far exceeded the 61.8%. But managed to come back down, and of course it did find support back down here at, this ran all the way back up past this level here. Now it's finding support at this level down here. But you can see that it's a very useful tool. Very useful tool. Something that every trader has to have and something that every trader needs to use in order to have the most effective trading. This used in conjunction with regular technical analysis can greatly increase your opportunities and your possibilities for successful trades. I go into Fibonacci's in pretty good detail in my mentoring sessions. They are a very important tool if you really know how to use these. They're excellent for entries and exits, and they can be a lot more precise. So if any of you are trading and you're struggling with entries and exits, this is something maybe you'd want to take up with me. If you're new to trading, this is one of the first things you will learn in my classes, is how to use these Fibonacci retracements and how to effectively use them within the context of technical analysis. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. There are many more in front of it. And if you have any requests, feel free to send them to me. And we will see you in the next training video.